I did this again. So I was trying to go live. First of all, hello everyone. I was trying to go live. I am using this new app on my phone and trying to figure it out. So if you see some random, if all 9 of you see some random live videos pop up on my page, that's why. But yeah, so instead of doing this as, I mean, it is live, but nobody can see it. So maybe I can just go back on my channel and turn it into a public post. So with that in mind, I am just gonna make this into, I don't know, I'm just gonna proceed as if this is just like a regular pre-recorded video. Since I kind of like, my videos are kind of like blog format anyway, so it's not like I go back and do all this editing and whatnot. Anyway, today's Tuesday. I was going to hop online. I'm trying to get more used to using live, hopefully build my channel. So I was just gonna hop on and do a Tuesday positivity post. But the thought occurred to me, so today, well, actually, I was talking to my brother earlier, and then I was posting on Instagram. I like, whatever. This is normal stuff I do in the course of my business, apart from talking to my brother. He's not a part of my business. He's my brother. So, like, he called me, so I talked to him. But yeah, so like I post a lot of motivational and sort of, and organizing related and, action related things for people to do to better their lives or to just become more efficient at doing what they currently do, if that's what's working for them and what is good. So I am going to be starting an accountability group May 1st, and I was posting about that in addition to my typical Transformation Tuesday post that I do on Instagram, which, by the way, my Instagram name is at RL Professional Organizer, if you want to follow me on there. I post daily, more or less, kind of ish, on there. So, anyway, I was gonna hop on here and start doing similar and just put up a video on just like whatever, positivity. We'll do a live and see if anyone joins. That's not happening, so this is just gonna be a Tuesday positivity post with a specific focus. Actually, no, scratch that. It's going to be a Transformation Tuesday post. That's what I started to explain with that whole story. Transformation Tuesday post with a specific focus on how to better your finances by getting a side hustle, because this is something that a lot of people are interested in. And there's so many ways to do that in 2019. I almost said 2018. Just to give you a bit of background. So I have been in some capacity or another. I'll just say I've not had like I've been working untraditional jobs. Goodness, my whole adult life, basically. I have a degree. I went to school for another degree. I decided against pursuing a profession in that sector. I also really hated my graduate university. I hated what was going on at my graduate university. And so I didn't want to give them any more of my money. So like I left. But this was like a post-secondary, no, this was like a graduate degree that I was working on. I already had my bachelor's. So yeah, I say all that because like, I believe that that education's important, and that can be a different video that I do. But I also believe that making money is important, and the two don't necessarily go hand in hand. So, yeah, this post is going to be more about making money. And whether that's to make money because like you're unemployed right now, whether you're just like looking for some extra, because it's very possible. A lot of people it's very possible to be, let me finish that thought. Very possible to be full-time employed, but to still not be making ends meet. And then I was going to say a lot of people actually are working full-time, but they still need a little extra. And so this video is going to be for you if that's you, or if you're good and you just want some spending money, or if you are in school and don't have time or the schedule for like a regular job, whatever the case may be, this is for you. So over the years, I've done some very untraditional things. I have worked in fashion and entertainment. I have had, let's say, I've been self-employed in a major way in two different, outside of being in fashion and entertainment, because that was self-employment. Your favorite actors are self-employed people. Um, but in addition to that, I was a freelancer, let's say, in one regard for like a solid 7 years. That enabled me to pay my bills. That it served as like when I was up and like when I was earlier in the entertainment industry, and work isn't always consistent. It's hardly ever consistent, honestly. You just aim for bigger jobs that pay you well. Obviously you aim for the consistency too, but those big jobs that pay you really well might have to last you for a while. So I've never been like a one stream of income type of person. I don't say never, but like I've never, whatever. Always got to have something else going. And so, that's actually how I got into this second way in which I was, self-employed in a major way. I say major because it's something that consistently it paid my bills, provided me with extra money, with like travel, like whatever I needed. Like, it was something I could rely on for the most part for like 7 years or so. And then the second way I'll tell you about, actually I'm going to tell you about the first way. I'm just not, in this video I won't tell you that I actually did that. It's nothing illegal or scandalous, but it's like maybe something that will warrant like a whole other video. Also, it's something I don't know a ton about anymore because I haven't really done it full time in some years. But the second capacity, as you know, I started my business as a professional organizer, and that is what I'm doing now. So, I say all that to say that whenever you're like a freelancer or in business for yourself, otherwise, you are also most people are looking for ways to make money just in case that main stream of income ebbs and flows, or maybe it's seasonal or cyclical or whatever, and you don't necessarily have money coming in from that. So I've done lots of different things to just like keep the money flowing in. First thing I'm gonna talk about, and this is totally unscripted because all of my videos are unscripted, so I don't even have to say that, but I'm thinking of these as I go along. So I've tried a lot of things back in 2000. Was I in school? I might have been in school. Let's say, yeah, like early to mid 2000s. I was a mystery shopper, and I would have to look into the companies I used because there are ads for mystery shoppers everywhere, or there used to be back then. A lot of them are scams, but there are actual companies that supply mystery shoppers. This lash is bothering me. They supply mystery shoppers to businesses, because obviously quality assurance is important, and major corporations will send undercover people in to pose as customers just to see how well their employees are doing, if they're following protocol, if there are, ways they need to improve, if the store is clean, whatever. And so I did that. So I mystery shop. I did a lot of alcohol checks and tobacco checks. I don't even smoke. I've never smoked, but I would go in. One company specialized in those two areas, and so they would send me to gas stations, and I would literally just like drive around on days that I had signed up for shops. I would go to gas stations in my city, and and they don't know, even if you're a regular customer, they don't know. You could be a mystery shopper that day and they don't know. And as long as they didn't know even if they did know your age, in theory, you could still do this type of thing. So, let's say, whatever, like you do know the person because you go there every day. They don't necessarily know that on that particular visit, you're mystery shopping. But I would go, I would follow the directions and whatever the job description said for that type of shop. And for me, it entailed going in, picking up like an alcoholic beverage. Usually it would be like a single beer or like a wine cooler or something. And just like buying it And, you know, like, do what you want. You want to make small talk with the person, unless the directions tell you not to, it's fine. If you want to just go in, make your purchase and leave, it's fine. But the reason I had to do that was because I needed to see if they would ask me for ID. And if they do ask you for ID, you report back, oh, yep, they asked me for ID. There's a survey that follows every mystery shop, and you fill that survey out and send it to the company, and that's where they're asking you, did they greet you? Did they ask you for your ID? Send a picture of what you purchased or send the receipt so they can reimburse you, and then they pay you for the shop. Those shops were like maybe like $10 each, and so I would just like line up several in a day and go and you know, do those purchases. And they were for alcohol, and they were also for tobacco products. Maybe I need to do that now. I wonder if there's one that does the 7-Elevens in New York. Anyway, but it's super easy. You know, you can do several, and they don't pay instantly. So like they pay the companies usually pay like twice a month, like a regular job kind of, or once a month, or whatever their policy may be. Maybe if you pay every week, but it's something you're going to have to wait to get payment for. And you're going to have to spend, you know, like you have to make the purchase. So it might be, you know, like well, no, they'll reimburse you maybe $5, and you buy like a $1 Bud Light beer or like whatever you want. And obviously you can keep the product, or you can like whatever, give it to someone. They reimburse you and they pay you on top of that. So that was one type of mystery shop. They have them for hotels, like really nice ones where you can get, I've never done the hotel stays, but you know, like you stay at a hotel and the survey would then be about the quality of service you receive there and the state of the facilities, you know, the property, the room, the amenities, all that stuff. I've done them for grocery shopping. That was another one that I used to do. You would get like $15 or so in payment. And probably a little bit of reimbursement too, to go to Kroger, so you could do it, or, you know, down there it was Kroger, but whatever grocery stores are in your area that the company services, they'll send you, and you can make like a small purchase that is covered by the reimbursement, and just like pocket the 15, it was even $25, but, I think they paid a little bit more. And it's something you can do while you're in the store shopping anyway, or you can just like, again, line up a few grocery stores to hit in a day, in an afternoon or whatever, and do your shops. I also did, what else did I do? Oh, apartment shops. Those paid pretty well. They were maybe like 25, maybe more, for each apartment visit. And again, something you can line up in an afternoon or whenever you want to do it. I'm just looking at what these notifications are. And yeah, like you could just like do it, and then but they require more time. So maybe half an hour to an hour. Maybe you could do one in 15 minutes, but you call them. Some of them are just phone calls. So they pay you to make a phone call to ask about available units. And others, you had to make the phone call and then set up an appointment to actually go to the apartment and do a tour. And then those are asking if they employ any discriminatory practices, if they violate federal laws, because there are certain things that apartment communities can't tell you, like, you know, quote unquote, the types of people that live there, or crime. I don't think they can tell you crime statistics either, or they can't tell you that if it's safe, or they can't say this is a safe community, or this is, I guess they wouldn't tell you that this community is unsafe or whatever, but you know. What else? Those are the main ones I did. Oh, I did bank shops where like you go and you, speak to a personal banker about the different types of accounts they offer, or you pretend to want to open a certain account and you just get info. And they also had them where you go to the teller and you tell them what you want, or you pretend to be like, I'm trying to think, did I ever have to actually like I know you don't need an account with the bank, but like for some reason you would make a visit to the teller and maybe like, I mean, I don't remember what, like maybe, I guess so it was the particular bank that I did these shops for. I did them for two chains of banks actually, but one, um, I needed to go to the teller to ask about a certain type of account to see if the tellers were following the training and telling me, oh, well, you need to schedule an appointment with a personal banker, but I can let you know this, and that, and give you this info. And there are certain questions they're supposed to ask, I guess, ask the question or what the customer. I remember, funny story, like this one teller lady got mad because like I reported back that she didn't do what she was supposed to do, and she might have had a bad attitude that day or something. So like I reported her in my survey, whatever, do better, lady. And I don't know how I heard from her. I think she must have done something really bad, because like it was one of those things where like they followed up with me to verify that she said or did whatever happened, and then she tried to like pop off or whatever, and yeah, like I don't think I had direct communication with her, but you know, I told the people like, no, this is what happened. Maybe I needed to snap some photos of like, I don't remember, but yeah, she was in the wrong, I'm pretty sure, because I wanted people to win in those checks. I wasn't just like looking out to like mess people up and make them get in trouble. So anyway, but that was like literally one situation in like, I don't know, maybe I probably did 100 shops or so. I did a lot of them. I don't remember how many, maybe like 70, and then I stopped doing it. Just fell off in doing it. Anyway, yeah, so that I would recommend doing an online search for companies that specialize in doing mystery shops, not necessarily responding to like the Craigslist ad or whatever. And maybe I will come back and look into it and list some of those companies. I would have to do some digging because it's been years, but just know that they're out there. Another hot side hustle you can do is customer service. So that's a really good one. A lot of companies, I know that one is called West, WEST, and there are a few others. U-Haul actually offers opportunities in this area. Apple might, or I think they used to, but certain companies, either they'll contract out to someone, like West is a company that has contracts for companies that want call center services without having an actual call center, and so you can apply. And I don't think the application process is quick, so be prepared for that. But you can apply if you got space in your house to just like take calls in a quiet setting from home. You might need to do, nowadays they have chat agent positions too. You know, like how you go on the website and they say chat with an agent now. You can be one of those people. But you can do that from home. Those jobs tend to pay like 15 an hour, I think. Maybe some will pay 10. But you do have to have like phone skills, like a nice voice, and know how to be polite and deliver good service. So there's that. Not everybody's outsourcing to India. I get the impression that there are a lot of those jobs, because when I've referred friends to work from home opportunities, and I check, and see what's like out in the streets, I will typically see a lot of advertisements for those types of things. And even some new companies that I'd never heard of, or newer. And so, yeah, definitely look into being a phone customer support, an at-home customer support agent. Oh, so another one I did was tutoring. Online tutoring is really good. So the company I worked with was Brain Fuse, and I basically had to log on from my computer, and they had a contract with New York City schools and with some schools in California. And so and as well as like some other random people that use that service. And basically, like with the school contracts, I could work during the day from home, and all you have to do, so like you can either be a quick tutor or something like that, it's called, where like kids who have scheduled appointments with tutors, sometimes their tutor's not available, or maybe I think some kids would just like hop on just like to get some enrichment, and they will go to like whatever tutors are available and don't have lessons scheduled, and you help the kids or whatever, like you do like little exercises that is built into the program. that the company supplies, where it's like a chat room. So like you've got like little apps built in the chat room where you can do lessons with the kids. And the other way, I've done this both ways. I preferred the planned lessons, 'cause like you log on at a certain time, you plan it ahead, the kid shows up. Sometimes the kid might not show up, you still get paid a certain amount. Sometimes, or they would find you a substitute kid and you can tutor that kid for the, I think it was hour-long sessions or 30 minutes. Or maybe you could choose from both, but I feel like they were hour-long sessions. And either like if it's a planned thing, you schedule what you're going to be going over with the kid. A lot of the kids were just like nice and sweet, and they really loved the tutor, and they're like, thanks for helping me. Some of the kids obviously had like some behavioral problems, or they didn't get that you were a real person. And so, you know, it's kind of a lot of like, okay, well, just like, can you please like do the lesson, whatever. You're still paid regardless, but like I really took it as an opportunity to try to be nice and like help the kids. Yeah, and so I tutored grades K through 12. I got tired of it. I don't remember why. Like it wasn't enough money. Back then it was like 10 an hour. It wasn't really enough money, although like it was easy money for what you were doing. You didn't have to leave the house, and it was steady money because like my schedule would fill up quickly. There are other formats. I don't really know how other tutoring formats work. I know that you can be a language tutor. I know that there are ways you can chat with people from other countries for them to practice their English, and you can get paid really well for that, like 20 an hour, 30 an hour, upward, like probably even more than that. I've known other people who tutored. Back years ago, my friend also got into tutoring. And she was able, because like her mother was sick and she stayed at home, and so she didn't really have a job, but she was able to make a steady income from tutoring. I know people overseas who tutor over there, obviously. So like there's like a big demand for tutoring, and if you're able to do that, like you can do it from your own home. And China has like 1 billion people. They're always looking for tutors, both to go over there, but like we're talking about work from home, a lot of these companies are tutoring Chinese adults and Chinese kids. So that is most certainly there, and you don't necessarily need a degree. You'll obviously make more money if you do have like a teaching certificate or an ESL certificate or some other kind of like degree, but it is absolutely 100% not required. You just need to speak proper English and to be able to do like a phone interview, or like, you know, they'll want to see what you sound like and how you speak, obviously. So you need to be able to do well at that. So, I've given you a few of these. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, my back. Straightening my back out. I was slouching. So, writing, tons of writing opportunities if you're a good writer. If you provide, you can be like a service provider on Fiverr if there are certain services that you're good at, like graphic design, content writing, other stuff. That was so specific, right? But yeah, like if you can put together websites, things like that, you can go on Fiverr and be a service provider. TaskRabbit is a very viable option. I have huge gripes with TaskRabbit, even though that is actually kind of what I use to start my own business. It has its perks, but it's gotten so bad lately, and they're kind of like a shisty company, but they generally won't steal from you outright as a service provider. I'll just say that, but that's like a whole other video that I want to do to actually help people. Cause I feel like they don't get exposed enough for their shady stuff they do. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to end that, video here. This is your Transformation Tuesday / Tuesday Positivity, or maybe I'm just going to call it Transformation Tuesday, how to transform your money and, earn some extra money through a side hustle. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want more content on this stuff, I don't mind providing it. Please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment with some topic ideas, because like obviously like I just only recently got serious about being consistent on YouTube and really starting YouTube. So yeah, follow up with me, guys. that's that. So I'm gonna end this video now. Until the next one, take care and be well. This is gonna be a multi-video day, so I'm gonna come back with another one and probably like try to actually go live. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye now.